people are finally realizing that their governments are robbing them blind, and that because of it, they can't have kids anymore. I mean, how can you pay for your children's lives if all your money is taxed and then given as welfare to unemployed freeloaders of society or third world country immigrants? Hmm? Their governments are laughing in their faces and dare to tell them, we need immigrants to help the low birth rate of the country. What a bunch of hypocritical criminals. When you bring immigrants in your country, you don't help your people low birth rate. You replace them entirely, for fuck's sake. It doesn't take a fucking genius to understand that. So, how do you fix this? Well, instead of taxing the rich, like I hear and read a lot on the internet, I will give you my solutions. First solution, you remove taxes on people's pay. People will keep 100% of their salary. If your governments want money to fund their ideas and projects, they will need to ask you all for it. They will need to write documents that will explain the entirety of the ideas they want to implement in your society, how much it will cost, how long it will take, and what's the use for it. Then, people will vote if they want it or not. If they vote that they do not want it, then that will be it. Nothing will happen. If your government asks again for it at a later date, and if it's still the same thing with no changes, it will not be accepted at all. If they want it again, and there's a change, then they will need to go through the same steps as before and explain what it's all about and what is the use for it. It will not be automatically allowed to go through voting right away. If people do like the idea, and they want to implement it in their countries, societies, cities, or towns, then they will contribute with however money they want to give. They will not be forced to give a minimum amount to contribute. Instead, people who will have contributed the most to the project will be given special privileges, like discounts, auctions if it's a company, VIP access to special events, etc. This will encourage people to help more. Once the project is finished being built, if there's a surplus of money left, it will not stay in the pockets of the people who built the project. It will go back to the people who funded the project, and it will go back in increment amounts appropriate to how much they contributed. Second solution. Families will have kids, will have their tax on consumption reduced depending on the amount of kids they have. One kid, 30% tax is removed on consumption. 2 kids, 60% tax is removed on consumption. 3 kids or more, the family do not pay taxes anymore. They use their money to raise their kids. They will contribute to their country's economy with everything they will buy to raise their children. The only thing you will need to do is write on your tax return how many kids you have, provide a copy of their birth certificate as proof, and you will be sent a free custom-made credit card that, when used, will calculate the specific percentage of taxes to remove on everything you purchase. Third solution. Mothers who will want to go back to work with their babies will not only be invited to do so, but they will have a small daycare built where they work so that they can go visit their babies during breaks. They will be able to go play with them, take care of them, breastfeed them there, and when their babies are older, if they have offices, they will be allowed to put playpens in their offices. Those who work from homes will be given a raise for a minimum of 3 years so that they can take care of their babies without any monetary problems. Fourth solution. You will shut down the welfare option that gives money to unemployed families with children and unemployed people with no disability that would prevent them to work. If they can't take care of their children, they will not be given money. They will have their children taken and given away for adoption. Instead of giving money to unemployed families, which only gives them more incentive to make more kids who will be badly raised and prevent them to work even more, you will offer to pay anyone, man or woman, who haven't worked for more than 5 years, $50,000 to be sterilized. Anyone would also want to be voluntarily sterilized because they too do not want kids, will also be allowed to receive the same amount of money. If 50K is not enough, we can rise it to 100K. If it's still not enough, 150K. By choosing to sterilize yourselves, you will have done a great service to your countries. With these solutions, immigration is no longer necessary. We don't even need to talk about it anymore. If any government officials are listening and are still trying to say that they need tax money so the country can survive, you're lying, and people are not buying your lies anymore. There's decades of proof against your arguments. With the solutions I gave you, your citizens will flourish. They won't need you for everything, and the country will thrive way more. They will find their own ways to make their country function, and they will grow as mature, independent individuals that will find solutions to fix their problems instead of being forced to stay at a level of children mentality that need to be taken care of at all times. You're taxing your people on their pay for the services you offer them, and then you dare tax them on those services as well. You're criminals. People are finally taking their places in the world, and I'm proud of it. Instead of brainwashing the world into believing we need to be taxing the rich and keeping everyone poor by demoralizing everyone to work because they would be robbed blind, you will incite your people to achieve success. People will want to put efforts, will be rewarded in their accomplishments, instead of being forced to think, what's the point of working hard to have a bigger salary if I'm taxed more? That's how you fix the economy. Not with your condescending bullshit plans of giving back more money to your citizens. Who the fuck do you think you are? You steal our money, and then you have the nerve, the audacity, to say you're generous by giving us back a small amount of what you stole? Go fuck yourself.